Welcome to AlphaCars and Motorcycles. Today we're taking a look at this 2017 Mercedes E300 4MATIC. This particular Mercedes is very impressive as it only has 24,000 miles on it, over $6,000 in desirable factory options, including the P1 package, an impeccable dealer service history, only one previous owner, a clean Carfax, and all factory original paint. Speaking of the paint, this is in Piedmont Green Metallic. That was an additional cost when the vehicle was new. It's a rare color and it is gorgeous, especially in the sun we have today. In this video, we're going to be taking a very close look at this Mercedes, going over its condition, as well as learning about a few of the standout features it has to offer as well. If you're interested in this E300, it is for sale at the date of this video posting here at AlphaCars. If you want to learn the pricing and availability, you're just one click away. Click on the link in the description or in the top right-hand corner of your screen, and that'll take you to the listing on our website. And we do have many options for transportation as well. Even if you're not local, give us a call, 978-263-9000. We can go over those options for you and make it a very enjoyable buying process. And in the end, you'll have a gorgeous Mercedes dropped right in your driveway. So if you're new to AlphaCars, welcome to the channel. We share exciting motoring content on hard to find and impressive vehicles like this E300. So definitely subscribe so you don't miss out. But now let's take a closer look at this E300 4MATIC. First, let's do an exterior walk around while I talk about the recent service history on this E300. So less than 2,000 miles ago, it had a full service at the Mercedes-Benz dealer, which included things like a oil change, tire rotation, and more. This vehicle does have the regular oil change badge on the Clean Carfax report because the maintenance was very meticulous and always on time according to the Mercedes factory maintenance schedule. So all of these things combined, the service history, the owner history, the vehicle options, the vehicle condition, with the low mileage, this really makes it possibly one of the most impressive E300s on the market at this time. So now that we've done a full walk around, let's do a detailed inspection of the exterior, and I'll make some comments as we look at it. Very nice sunroof on this car. As we take a look at the condition, everything presents great. It's a little dusty from being outside for a few minutes here. It's a little bit windy today here in New England. And I apologize for any glares from the sun. I am doing my best with the sort of shadows the sun creates. There's not a cloud in the sky today. And I will pull it in the shade to take a look at the engine compartment, the interior, and the trunk so we can get just a clear view there. But I wanted to show you the paint condition in the sunlight, as of course, you can't hide anything in the sun. It will bring out any imperfections, and it brings out this gorgeous color. So as we're taking a look at the hood here, the reflection is great, the gloss is great. I didn't note any chips or damage on the windshield. As we take a look at the full windshield here. Now paying special attention to the chrome trim. Everything looks great there. Rear window, now looking down the passenger side. And let's go down the passenger side now, very close to the panel, so we'll be able to see any irregularities in how the light reflects off the panel. And I don't see any imperfections on this passenger side. I don't see any dings. There is a very light scuff just right here. It might be really hard to see on camera. I'm sure that can be polished out, but we are full disclosure here, so I would do these detailed inspections, and I'm going to show you anything I find. Now, as we look at the front bumper, the headlight lenses are very clear. I don't see any damage or scuffing to those lower portions of the bumper edges, as I'm making sure everything is in frame. Now let's go down this driver's side, nice and close to the panel, and We'll see how the light reflects. There is a very small little imperfection right here. The paint is totally unaffected. It's just a small little, I guess you could call it a little ding, but a PDR technician could get that out if desired. Now looking at the trunk condition, all the chrome presents great. The taillight lenses look great. The bumper looks very nice. Small little imperfection right here on the bumper. I want to point that out. The rear trim and exhaust looks very nice. And now lastly, this section of the bumper. Let's check out the wheels. While we look at the wheels, I will note the tire and brake life. So the rear tires have 60% material remaining, and the front tires have 80% material remaining, and the brakes front and rear are all at 90%. On this wheel, there are a few little cosmetic scrapes, I will note. Looking at the passenger front wheel, this one looks really nice. And now the passenger rear wheel. Once again, presents nice. There are just a couple little imperfections, purely cosmetic, some scuffs on a couple of the spokes that it's hard to see in certain lighting, but of course, I just want to point that out. And I will just comment on the color a bit more. This Piedmont green is really something else. In certain lights, you might think the car is like a dark blue or a black, and then it has this kind of gorgeous green that comes out in the sunlight, and we can see how well that reflects. And the camera really can't bring out the full color effect of the paint. You really have to see it in person and get it in some different lighting. It's really quite stunning. And lastly, what I'll comment on the exterior are the door edges. They've got these really nice door edge protectors. It's a very thin material. It has double-sided tape that holds it on, and that is just more clear evidence that the previous owner really cared for the vehicle. They wanted to make sure the edges of the doors are protected against maybe, bumping into something in the garage. Of course, we'd like to avoid the doors bumping into anything, but mistakes do happen, and it's nice to have this protection right here. And with that dark color, it does blend in quite well to the dark factory color of the vehicle. Now I'm going to move the vehicle to a nice shady spot, and we'll start by taking a look in the cargo area in the goodies that lie in there. Now, with the lighting conditions a bit better, let's open up the E300. One click of a button and it opens right up very smoothly. The cargo area here is very clean. I see really minimal to no scuffing or imperfections on the edge of the bumper here, where you would be loading things. And just looking in the cargo area, all of the material is very nice. Nothing is worn out or soiled or anything of that nature. And we do have the levers here where we can fold the rear seats down in a 60/40 configuration. And that enables you to really fit some larger things like skis or snowboard, maybe some lumber in the E300 here. We have a nice little hook here for maybe some groceries or shopping bag, as well as a cargo net here. Now let's open this up, the trunk floor, and these actually have a hook built in. So here's a little tip. When you bring this up, you can actually hook it onto the gasket here, and it's designed that way. So now it holds it up while you're looking or putting things in the storage down here. Some really nice goodies included with this E300. This is a cargo net for the trunk, and we see the factory part number. Let me get the camera to focus there for you. And this is sealed in the bag. I don't believe, well, I can confirm this has never been opened. I'm sorry about the camera having some issues here. There we go. Now you can get a better look at that. So we'll put that aside. In a sealed bag here, we've got some of the service booklets that came with the vehicle. The full owner's manual and some other booklets are also in the glove box. We'll take a look at those in a little bit. Factory first aid kit. And this storage box is awesome. So check this out. It's really fully flat right now. And all we have to do, you pick up on it. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. You pick up on it, push the sides out, and now you've got a storage bin in here. And there's actually, if I take this out very carefully, this little foam piece, you can see it perfectly fits in there. So this is designed to, when you're not using this, to stow this in here under, your trunk floor, have it stowed away. And we see the factory tow hook is there where it should be. And then now you can put all your goodies in here. Or maybe you have other goodies like shopping that you don't want to have rolling around the trunk. Then you just put your storage basket up on the trunk floor and you're good to go. So these are super cool, and a lot of times these don't, see how easily that just worked right there. A lot of times these don't end up staying with the vehicles, much like even in a hatchback or a station wagon, the cargo compartment covers. A lot of times people take those out and they keep them, or they just misplace them. And it's nice to see that storage box that's still in here. We have the factory floor mats. Just take a look at those quick. Minimal wear, and they are the genuine Mercedes factory rubber floor mats. Those are included as well. Part of the P1 package, the trunk has an electric closer. So we have two buttons. If you hit the lock, it'll close the trunk and unlock the vehicle as if you're gonna, walk away from it. We don't want to do that. We're just going to hit the normal close, and we can see how effective that works. Now, before we take a look in this gorgeous interior, very quickly, let's just take a look at the engine compartment. Very clean in here. You'll find as well all the fender bolts have not been touched. All the paint is in great condition. Same thing with the bolts on the hood hinges here. Not a single wrench has been on those. So all the factory paint on this car is in great shape. And we can see all the plastics are in great shape. The engine does run very smooth. With the hood up now, let me start the engine. We can hear it run. And then we'll take a look at this gorgeous interior. Look at this trim in here. So foot on the brake, and we just hit our engine start. Starts right up, runs really smooth. And this 4-cylinder turbo, it does have a good kick to it as well. These are really fun to drive. So this is really a cold start. The vehicle has only been started once or twice just to move it around the parking lot for my video here. But I'll note once again, all the plastics are in great shape. Even in the jams in here, the kind of top of the fender area, there is not buildup of dirt or any residue of any kind from trees, like the vehicle's been sat outside. It's very clear that this vehicle, to me, that it was most likely garage, because like I said, even when we got it in before detailing, all of this was already very clean, and it's just a really good, smooth running engine. So now that we've covered our engine, let's take a look in this interior now. Of course, the sun is overlapping the door just a little bit there, so I do apologize for any of the lighting conditions that aren't favorable, but we're making do here on this sunny New England day. We see the logo there and the inscription on that mid-range speaker, the Burmeister surround sound system. That's an $850 option this vehicle has. It sounds awesome, and these speaker grills look really nice as well over that natural grain black ash wood trim is what that is called. Looking at all of the condition of the seats now, everything is as you would expect. There's no stains or tears or wear or anything. I don't really know if much of any people sat back here, honestly. Now, pulling down our center armrest, we have storage there, and we have the flip out cup holders. These are pretty cool how these work, and they work great. You can see the headrest condition there, the rear deck. There's more speakers up there. Right now I have the shades for that big sunroof. You can see there's kind of two pieces for it because the vehicle has the glass roof. So the shades are shut for that, but the headliner condition is really, really nice. I haven't seen a single imperfection or scuff there. And we will take a look at the other half once I move around the vehicle. We've got our vents here with a little control knob. They're blowing nice ice cold AC, and we have a little power outlet there. We have some storage in the back of the seats. Carpet condition is great. We've got the protective plastic in there until the vehicle is sold. And the door jambs, once again, there's no buildup of anything. The door jambs are just as glossy as the rest of the vehicle. Checking out this one now. Couple very light little scuffs. Actually, look at this. This is the factory protection on this plate here. So this could be peeled off and this will be in factory new condition underneath. That is impressive. I'm not gonna peel that off. I'm gonna let the next owner have the pleasure of doing that. But I just wanted to note that you find these little touches around the vehicle and you can just tell that the owner did really care about it. Or maybe they didn't know the plastic was on there, but it's pretty evident once you just take a close look at it there. But I would think that they left it on there to protect it because, as we know, the steel or stainless steel door plates there, over time, they can get a few little scuffs on them from people getting in and out. We've got the more storage there. Looking at, once again, the seat condition. On this side, everything's great. Now, without the sunlight, we can see how nice the door card is. Let's look at the door jamb condition on this side. And as I mentioned, all the edges of the doors, all the door gaskets, everything is in just really, really nice shape. Not an ounce of corrosion or anything to be found there. Let's open up the front passenger door. That trim looks so nice. And then we have the stainless steel color buttons and the door pull, which is all in excellent condition. And once again, the door edge there looks great. A couple minor imperfections right here on the door jamb I just want to note, but they're very minor and really I'd have to, you wouldn't really notice them unless someone tells you that they're there. We can see my reflection in the door jamb and once again, the Mercedes-Benz sill plate here, if I get the camera to adjust for us a little better, the factory plastic is still on it. So you can pull those off if you'd like, or you can leave them on and those will forever be in factory new condition. Let's take a look at the passenger seat condition here. We've got the lower seat and now the upper seat. These seats are so comfortable, highly adjustable, really a pleasure to sit in, and we can see there's no creasing or wear marks or anything in this passenger seat. Same thing with all the edges of the plastic here, the carpet, everything just looks really as new. The dash is in great condition. I love this wood trim with the stainless steel accents. This is probably how I would option this car out, honestly. Very, very nice build on this car. We have the glove box open there, and we can see the soft close works great. Nothing is broken there. And actually, there's a feed from the AC in your glove box that you can adjust, and I feel the cold air coming in there. So that's really cool, especially on a hot summer day. You maybe want to chill some drinks. You can put some sodas in there or something, or some water. We have the factory booklets here. So there's the owner's manual, some service information booklet, and then this is the brief instruction booklet. And we do have pictures of this in the online listing. What I'm gonna do is just carefully put this down here because I wanna use two hands to put that away. I don't wanna crease any of the pages. Now as we latch that, that's good. Nice storage net here. These are super useful actually. I didn't know how useful they were until I purchased a vehicle that had one of those. And you find yourself putting your water bottle or phone in there while it's charging. Really quite handy. I guess from this side, let's just open up our center armrest. The mechanism works really nice. And there is quite a bit of room in there, and there are some media inputs as well that I will mention. Nice solid thud there from the door. And now let's take a look at the driver's door, and then we'll get in the driver's seat and start exploring a little bit of the infotainment and of course the condition of everything. I apologize for the sunlight here. All the material is in great shape. Let the camera adjust. All the buttons are in great shape. There's no wear or damage to those. Same thing to our controls here and that speaker grill. We've got our remote trunk open button and edges of the doors all in very nice shape. This sill plate, so all 4 sill plates have the factory protection on them still. So that's really nice to see, as I've already talked about. Door jamb looks really nice. You could do your hair in the reflection. And we've got a couple little imperfections on this side. It looks like maybe the seat buckle might have hit that a couple times. So just want to mention that. We've got the VIN plate here. Some of our tire information for tire pressures. And now checking out the door jamb with the back door closed, it just all looks so clean. It's as clean as you would find a vehicle in the showroom at the Mercedes dealer. We've got the carpet in this driver's side looking really nice. And before I sit in the seat, let's check out the condition. No wear to be found. Everything just looks great. So now, as we take a look in the interior, let's start by, as I said I would a few minutes ago, just looking at the rest of the headliner. We can see it all presents great, and very quickly I will show you how both of the shades work. Sorry, let me get a better angle for you there. There we go. Now we can open this. Works as designed. Let's close it now. And we can even just angle it up as well, just to get a little bit of air in here. But even looking in there, all the sort of sunroof track, the edges of the sunroof, it's all perfectly clean, which once again, that really tells me that this car was most likely garaged. Now let's close our shades here. We'll keep the sun and heat out of the interior. And now right here, we've got our control panel for some of our lighting, and we've got a nice sunglass holder. Now taking a look at the condition of the dash, the steering wheel. Let me give you a full look here. I don't see any wear to speak of. All looks very, very nice. Stainless steel trim there. And if we scroll up from our miles per hour, let me get the camera to do what I'm telling it to do. We can see there are 24,237 miles. And the vehicle does have some different driving modes. We can toggle them very quickly with this mode button there. But using our controls here, we can easily choose what we want to do on the screen. Everything works very smooth. It's a very cool sort of telemetry and stuff you can view as well about the vehicle, all sorts of settings, and of course different media inputs, our radio, and you can even have like a split view, which is half radio, half the navigation as well. We can see we are right here in Boxborough, and everything really works as designed. Got the light switch there. Our cubby closes there very smoothly. We have a lot of our climate control buttons here and our shortcuts. So very, very cool. Nice little slot beneath the media input there for the key. This vehicle does have 2 factory keys. I only have one of them on me right now, but you can see in the listing there's a picture of both of them. And as a part of the Premium One package as well, we've got the NFC wireless charging down here. So you just throw your phone in there and it'll be charged up by the time you get to your destination and good to go. And lastly, just looking at the center armrest from this angle, we can see this side of it. There's no like coffee stains or anything running down here like you might see on a used vehicle. Everything's perfectly clean. We can tell this is always kept very clean, because there was no opportunity for this to start wearing prematurely when it gets dirty and then it continually gets used. Everything It just has very light use in this vehicle, and like I said, we received it in a very clean condition, very impressive condition as well. So this E300 is really just a special find. And check this out. On our drive selector here, we can see this little bit of plastic that you can peel. This is once again the factory protection on this little black piece there that shows you how to use it. And once again, that can be peeled off if you'd like. If you'd like to do that, have that pleasure of doing that, and then this will be in factory new condition underneath there. Let's shift it in reverse. We've got our parking sensor aids there, and we've got a couple different views we can select as well, which is pretty cool. Now let's reverse. Actually, because of that camera, we can see the floor mats are on the ground still, and I'm not gonna run over those. So I'll put those back in the trunk, and then we'll do just a lap of our parking lot, and then I'll give you my final comments on this E300. Now we can see, thanks to that camera, the mats are put away, and I won't be backing over them on video for you to see. Now, as we start to go around our parking lot, you can see how smooth it drives, using some caution just around the back of our building here. And now coming around this side of AlphaCars, give it a little gas. Ooh, sounds really nice too. Nice little bit of intake noise. The seatbelt chime is dinging there. Of course, we're in our parking lot on private property, but I still obviously should have put that on so we don't get that annoying ding. But there we go. And the vehicle has a stop-start function. We can see it shut off, but you can disable that if you'd like with this button here. And then that won't be happening every time you stop if that is your choice. Now that we've learned about this E300 and really explored the whole vehicle, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you are interested in the E300, give us a call, 978-263-9000, or visit our online listing and inquire online. We'd be happy to speak with you about this E300. We can admire this gorgeous color once again in the sun, and I hope you learned something new about the E300. I hope you enjoyed watching. This has been Ian, reporting from our Boxborough location. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe so then you don't miss out on the future motoring content.